Are you looking to become a first-time homeowner, but you need tips in order to prepare to become just that? Well, I got you. What's going on? It's Colin Brown here from Homeowner Solutions, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips you can take to become a first-time homeowner, to prepare for it. So, number 1 is going to be to create a savings account or use the one that you have. So, do you have a savings account that you don't use at all? It's just sitting there collecting dust? Well, it's time to use it, okay? If you have all of your money in your checking account, just go ahead and start transferring some of that money to your savings account. So that way you can show the mortgage lender that you have money set to the side for all the different costs that's gonna be associated with becoming a first-time homeowner, like closing costs, your moving costs, and everything else. So tip number 1 is to create a savings account and make consistent deposits and no withdrawals, okay? Limit the amount of withdrawals. So tip number 2 is going to be to make sure that your checking account is not overdrawn. So if you didn't know this, when you become a first-time homeowner or you're in the process to become a first-time homeowner, you're gonna have what's called an underwriter looking at all of your accounts, okay? They're gonna see all the activity that you've done. So they're gonna see if you have overdrawn over your account. So what does that mean? That might be a signal to them, that them being the underwriters, that you have some type of financial instability going on. And that may not even be the case. You may just have forgot to pay a bill or whatever the case is, and your account becomes overdrawn. So what happens there is the underwriter sees that, and it could count against you and either disqualify you altogether or make it harder for you to prove that you qualify to become a homeowner. So tip number 2 is going to be to make sure that your account is not overdrawn. So normally this comes from a lack of preparing, really. So most of the time you'll have the money, but you just didn't prepare properly. So make sure you're preparing properly. You have all of your bills listed out. You know what day, all the money that's coming out your account, and keep your account from being overdrawn at all, okay? If you've had it overdrawn recently, make sure you start right now to make sure that's the last overdraft that you get, all right? So that's tip number 2. All right, let's move on to tip number 3, your credit. All right, I'm about to tell you something that you probably don't want to hear, but you need to hear it anyway, all right? Building credit takes time, all right? It takes time. So if you aren't confident that you can go into a real estate agent or a lender's office right now and qualify for a home, then it's time for you to work on your credit now. It doesn't matter if you're looking to become a homeowner in 2 years, 1 year, 6 to 9 months, whatever the case is, you need to be working on your credit right now, okay? And if you don't, you know, it could stop you. It could hold you back from reaching your goals. So you need to be working on it right now. So fortunately for you, I actually know a guy, I know a guy that can help you with that. So you can come over to us, schedule a free consultation, and we can look at your complete financial situation to make sure that you qualify for a home. So I'm gonna recap here. So tip number 1 to prepare for home ownership right now is going to be to use your savings account or create one and use your savings account if you haven't already. Number 2 is to make sure that you do not overdraw on your checking account, okay? No overdraft fees, none of that. We're not doing that, okay? All right, number 3 is going to be to fix your credit. Get your credit in position, all right? Because one thing you need to know is that your mortgage credit score, or the credit score that the mortgage lenders are going to use, it's not gonna be the same score that you see on Credit Karma or Credit Sesame and things of that nature. So you need to get with us right now so we can see what's going on your credit reports, okay? And make sure that you're ready. All right, so that's the three tips that I got for you today to prepare for home ownership. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and schedule a call if you need to, and I'll see you on the other end.